Hey everyone, welcome to this channel, welcome to this episode, welcome to this page. However you are consuming this content, I would like to welcome you to my little corner of the internet or social media. My name is Quita, and if you do not know who I am a certified Christian life coach. I am a licensed evangelist. I am a daughter, a sister, a friend, a cousin, an auntie, a niece, and most of all, I just love Jesus. Amen. And so I believe that I'm here on this platform that the Lord has given me to just share wisdom through a biblical lens to help us apply it to our everyday life. So I hope that what is shared today is a blessing to you. And so we'll just get right into it. So today's topic is 3 ways that you can become more confident in your decision making. And so, I do have some notes here. So oftentimes when we don't know which decision to make, it can leave us at a standstill. Time passes by and deadlines are missed. Anxiety rises because we are indecisive and afraid to make a decision because we don't want to mess up. So I did just want to give us 3 things that we can think about before we go into making a decision. So the first thing is, will my decision line up with my beliefs and values? And so this comes from James chapter 1, verse 8, and it says, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. When we're not solid in our beliefs, when we're not solid in our core values, in our non-negotiables, a lot of times what we'll do is we will negotiate and sometimes compromise in those values or those beliefs. And then what happens is after we make the decision, after we've compromised, we feel guilt and we feel shame because we went against what it is that we truly believe and what we truly believe, truly value. And we go against those non-negotiables. So one of the things that we have to ask ourselves is, what are my beliefs and what are my values and what are my non-negotiables? What are these things that I am not willing to compromise on? And so when it comes to making decisions, we know that if you have those established, when it comes to the decision making, you can just either say, yes, this goes with my values and my beliefs, or no, this goes with my values and my beliefs. And it's no ambiguity about it. There's no going back and forth because you've established what it is that you are not compromising on. Okay. All right. So that's number 1. Number 2 is, did you invite God into your decision making? So this one comes from Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 through 6. And it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him and he will direct your path. So a lot of times we will make decisions like getting into relationships, taking a job, moving to a different city or state without consulting the Lord. Amen. And a lot of times, what happens is after we make those decisions, we're asking the Lord to bless those decisions. We're asking the Lord to get us out of those decisions. We're asking the Lord to make ways out of no ways. And if we would have just acknowledged him in the decision-making process first, we can avoid a lot of the issues that come with not seeking the Lord first in all that we do. So that is what we want to encourage you. And point number 2 is, do I acknowledge God in my everyday decision making? And that can be, Lord, what kind of clothes do you want me to wear? How do you want me to wear my hair? Where do you want me to go eat today? Who do I need to hang out with? Who do I need to call? Every little decision the Lord cares about. He cares about the big decisions. He cares about the small decisions. He cares about the little things about your life. He cares about the big things and the little details. Amen. So that is also what you want to ask. Do I acknowledge God in my everyday decision making? All right. And so last but not least, number 3 says, do I trust God and his plan for me? So this comes from Romans chapter 8, verse 28, and it says, we know that in all things work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to his purpose. So if we've done the first thing, which is figure out what our core beliefs and our values are, and we've figured out what our non-negotiables are, then in our second one, if we've acknowledged the Lord in our decision making every day, for our third thing, we can trust the Lord to know that Whatever decision that we make, whether it's the way that God tells us to go, whether it's the way that we go, even though we need to be going the way that God told us, um, whatever way He has us to go or whatever decision that we make, it's going to work out exactly how the Lord desires it to work out. Um, if we tend to make the wrong decision, make the decision without consulting Him, He will direct us into the correct path. It might take a little bit longer to get back on the right path because we made the detour by not asking Him, hey, which way do I need to go first? But we can trust and know that God works all things for the good of those who love Him and are called according to His purpose. So we have to make sure that we understand that we can trust God. We can trust Him when He says that He will work things out how it needs to be worked out. And it can be hard because you don't know what the next step is. You may not know what your next decision is going to be, where your next job is going to be, where your next relationship or place that you're going to live be at. But know that the Lord has a plan for you. He has your best interest at heart. And so that is why it's important for us to be seeking Him first in any decision that we make. Amen. So that is what I wanted to encourage us all with 3 things on how to become more confident in your decision making. It's really just inviting the Lord into every situation and every step of the decision making process. Amen. So I hope that you were encouraged by this. If you were, please like the podcast, like the YouTube channel, like the Instagram or Facebook page, wherever, again, you are consuming this content from. And if you are interested in any of my information, it will be in the link tree in the description box down below. All right. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and we will talk soon. Bye.